NK Telco welcomes you to our coverage of high school girls basketball, where the Hardin-Houston Wildcats will take on the Jackson Center Tigers. Tonight's game is brought to you by the following sponsors: First National Bank, Hometown Opportunity, the Minster Bank, New Knoxville Supply, Precision Strip, and the St. Henry Bank. You're looking live here at the Habitat of the Cat. Here, Brandon Coverman along with Jeff Hinchin on this cold, snowy Thursday night up here in Jackson Center, where the Houston Wildcats will take on the Jackson Center Tigers. Let's first take a look at these Houston Wildcats. Houston, under the third-year head coach Brian Gillespie, sit at 3-2 on the season. They are 1-2 overall in that Shelby County Athletic League. They have beat Lehman, Frank Monroe, and Fairlawn, but in the Shelby County Athletic League have lost to Prohibitable League favorite Laramie, and also lost to Anna in a tight contest. But Houston looking very improved here this year.
Yeah, they are definitely looking to turn around the program, if you will. They lost a tough match, a tough ball game to Anna their last outing, but this year they bring back a little bit more depth, and they've got a good freshman class that has helped Coach Gillespie kind of build the program and be more competitive, and that's where they just got to start. Small strides. They're going to have a test tonight against a good Jackson Center team, but Emily Earl leads them with 15 points a game, 10 rebounds. In their 5 games they've had so far, Emily has already gone a double-double with points and rebounds, and again, her average of 15 and 10, pretty intimidating, and again, they're going to look to build upon her, the 6'1 senior.
Jackson Center, they're sitting at 2-2, lost the opening game of the season to Bethel before rattling off back-to-back wins over Anna and Covington. They lost a game to Russia on Saturday. That was a very tight game where they were down about 11, but came back late to make it a close contest, but ultimately fell by 3.
That was a tough loss again to Russia, a league game, so they're going to try to bounce back tonight. But again, they've had a cast of characters. They're very deep. I shouldn't say deep. They have a lot of veteran leadership back. McKinley Reichert has been around forever. She leads the squad at 12 points a game. Presley Reese at 8. A couple of big-time seniors, if you will. And the young freshman Reichert girl, Tatum, averages 8 points for Coach Brown in her 3rd season.
We're going to kick it down to PA announcer Kim Metz. We'll come back for our starting lineups and keys to the game here next on NK Telco Sports.
We're more than just a bank. Our commitment goes beyond banking transactions. It's about investing in the hearts and hopes of the people we serve. From scholarships that pave the way for bright futures to local initiatives that enrich lives, we stand by you every step of the way, because when our community thrives, we all prosper. Together, we build a stronger, brighter community.
Is your internet slowing down your family fun? Your work and all the things you need to get done? Say goodbye to buffering, lagging, and endless loading screens. With NK Telco's blazing fast internet and smart Wi-Fi, everyone gets the speed they need. No contracts, no hidden fees, just everyday low prices and fast speeds. NK Telco, keeping your family connected.
Back here on NK Telco Sports, getting ready for the starting lineups here. Brandon Coverman and Jeff Hinchin here as we take a look at the Houston Wildcats sitting at 3-2 on the season, 1-2 overall in the Shelby County Athletic League. And the starting lineups: number 1, a 5'8 junior, Olivia Burks. Number 4, a 5'8 junior, Olivia Burks. Lauren Krim, I should take that back. Number 5, a 5'3 freshman, Olivia Meyer. And number 11, a 5'11 junior, McKenna Vondenhubel. And rounding out the lineup, as Jeff said, averaging 15 points a game, number 24, senior 6'1", Emily Earl. The head coach of the Houston Wildcats is Brian Gillespie, assisted by Kyle Borchers and Grant Trey. Now for the Jackson Center Tigers. Number 20, a 5'6 freshman, Tatum Reichert. Number 30, a 5'3 sophomore, Hayden Bensman. Number 14, a 5'10 senior, McKinley Reichert. Number 34, a 5'6 senior, Dee Lichtenberg. And rounding out the lineup, number 10, a 5'9 senior, Presley Reese. The head coach of the Jackson Center Tigers is Tiffany Brown, assisted by Keisha Bird and Peyton Gubo. Let's take a look at our keys to the game brought to you here tonight. And with those keys for Houston, let's take a look at them, Jeff.
Okay, thank you. Coach Gillespie would like to rebound the basketball well. They'd also like to play physical against the Tigers and take care of the basketball. His 3 keys for the Jackson Center Tigers. Tiffany Brown would like to put a lot of pressure on offense, limit the turnovers, and play with some defensive intensity. The 3 keys, and we thank both coaches for their thoughts and insight for tonight's game as it's underway.
Houston controlling the basketball.
Man-to-man Tiger defense, and then it forces an early turnover.
And with that turnover here, as Houston going to apply a little pressure in the backcourt, or they're going to take that off as Reese brings the basketball up the floor. Looks like zone defense here from the Wildcats.
2-1-2.
And they saw a lot of this when they played Covington last week. Were able to really had a slow first half, but a key third quarter propelled them in that game as the Wildcats 2 trips down the floor and 2 turnovers.
Pass nearly knocked right into athletic director Kim Metz there in the corner. It was back-to-back turnovers in the Houston Wildcats' first 2 possessions, less than 30 seconds into the contest.
There's a tip by the Wildcats. Bensman controls it on the right wing. Goes in the corner, back over to Reichert. Over to Presley Reese. Trying to penetrate the middle of that zone. Gives it over to Lichtenberg in the middle to Bensman. Bensman gets that ball swiped away. Everyone hits the deck, and it's going to stay on the Tigers' side on the alternating possession.
Good effort there by Tatum Reichert getting to the ground to secure the possession, avoid the turnover. But kind of a strung-out defense here for the Wildcats. It's a wide 2-1-2. It's not packed. They're defending out across the 3-point line, so the 15-foot mark, if you will, should be open with some gaps, and the Cutters need to find them.
Very similar, like I said, to what they saw against Covington. Tatum Reichert, the 3. Her shot's no good. Strong side rebound down to Reese. Kicks it out to Reichert. Back over to Bensman in the corner to Lichtenberg. Skip pass picked off there by Vondenheuvel.
Nice steal by Vondenheuvel.
It's up ahead. Shot no good by Earl. Krim cleans it up in the lane, though. And Houston strikes first on our first National Bank Think First scoreboard.
Krim or Burks? Which one's number 1?
Sorry, it was Burks. My bad.
Okay. Second chance opportunity. Good job by Burks with the rebound and putback for instant offense. Jackson Center, the first couple possessions, really threw the ball across court. There's another one. Got away with it. The last time, though, it was intercepted by the Wildcats.
Krim blocks that shot. Houston gets possession here.
Good defense by Krim, avoiding the foul, getting the ball kind of blocked off of Reese's hand, not drawing a foul or any across-the-arm contact.
Bensman playing physical defense out front. Ball given up over to Burks. Burks drives on the inside, tries to kiss it off the glass. Her shot is no good. Kick down to Vondenheuvel. Vondenheuvel will take the 18-footer. Her shot's no good. Rebound down to the Wildcats and Tigers, and we got a jump ball.
Stays with Wildcats, so this will give them their 3rd opportunity in this possession. So good offensive rebounding for the Wildcats, and try to get a score here to kind of capitalize on that multiple shot possession.
Try to get it on the inside there. Tigers got to try to play without fouling, and Lichtenberg going to be guilty of the foul, and going to the line will be Emily Earl.
Pretty good free throw shooter is Emily Earl on the season. 77% from the line, and also very good from the field is 61% from the field shooting for the leading scorer for the Wildcats, 15 points a game.
They got her listed at 6'1", so certainly that size, and she was matched up on Lichtenberg, who's at 5'6". And Earl cans the first free throw here with 5:38 to go in the opening quarter on that first National Bank Think First scoreboard. Second shot is up and in by Earl. Reichert.
Nice.
Baseball pass up ahead to Hayden Bensman, who converts on the layup. Reichert's a catcher, as I learned last weekend, and that was a strike like a catcher would usually throw right there.
Yeah, she did a nice job. She's a good floor general, strong enough to throw the distance pass, if you will. And defensive pressure up front by the Tigers forced the 3rd Wildcat turnover.
Reichert will take it side out, right in front of head coach Tiffany Brown in her 3rd season.
Both coaches in their 3rd season, I believe.
Yep.
Right?
As Reichert gets it on the right side in the corner to Lichtenberg. Cross-court pass, Reese. She sets her feet, shot fake. And he'll throw the skip pass to Reichert. She hit 4 threes against Covington. That'll be a deep two if it fell, but no good. And
You said that was a two-pointer?
Yep, 2-point attempt. Tatum hit 4 threes against Covington last Tuesday in that win over the Buccaneers. As Reichert drives on the inside, kicks it out to Lichtenberg. Her shot's no good, but a nice drive. Exactly what you need in that zone to get those open looks.
Another chance here for the Tigers, though. They have multiple looks.
4-2 Houston here in the early going. Ball on the deck. And it's going to stay here with the Tigers as we're...
Good hands by the Wildcat defense to knock it away, but the tie-up will keep it with the Tigers, and they'll get another look here. Again, multiple opportunity possession.
Corona in backcourt over to Reese. Well, 2-1-2 zone.
And it's out high. Yes, it's been that way, but they play it way stretched out. So I think that gives a lot of room for the Cutters.
Reese three-pointer, too much on it. Lichtenberg tracks it down. Another offensive board for the Tigers, and they shoot the three. Shot no good. It kicks out down over to Lauren Krim. Krim up ahead to Burks. Goes to the left side. Corner over to Meyer. Olivia Meyer drives, and it's intercepted by Reichert. Reichert trying to run the 3-on-2 break. Gives it up to Bensman, and she is blocked there by Olivia Burks. And Brian Gillespie asking for a travel.
It was, I don't know about it. It was a bang-bang, but nice job by Bensman putting it in her left hand. She actually was going to shoot it left-handed. Still, though, I believe you said it was Burks with a good defensive play to block the shot.
Reichert driving baseline. Kicks it out back to Bensman. Bensman fires a three, and she hits it from the right wing, and Jackson Center's got their first lead of the contest.
Hayden Bensman, all 5 of the Tiger points.
And a steal by Lichtenberg, and she's fouled by the freshman Meyer.
First team foul for the Wildcats in the quarter. Their 5th turnover already, and for Jackson Center, just 1 turnover thus far, and we've played over half of the first.
Oh, a 5-0 run by Hayden Bensman gives the Tigers their first lead of the ball game, and as I say that, she turns it over.
Another intended skip pass, it looked like, and good hands by the Wildcats.
Three-pointer off the mark there by Krim. Long struggle for the basketball, and there's a foul going to go against Emily Earl. And she was going to the floor there. That'll be the second team foul on the Wildcats. Houston trying to get back over the 500 mark. Jackson Center trying to get over the 500 mark. Houston trying to avoid falling to 3-3. Bensman gets it up over to Reichert. Back up over to Reese. Tries to get on the inside. Reichert matching up, falling away. Kisses it off the glass and in.
Good body positioning. If you could see it, she really used her body well to secure the Wildcat defender behind her. Made it an easier pass for Reese to get it to her and made a difficult kind of fade-away, fall-away jump shot off the glass, her first points of the ball game.
7-0 run for Jackson Center. Nice rip through to the basket by the freshman Olivia Meyer.
Didn't have a lot of room, you're right. She snuck it through a small window, and Meyer, the freshman, her first points of the game.
Try to throw the pass up ahead, and it's taken away by the Wildcats again, and they gift it right back.
It is the giving season as we're a few days away from Christmas, but Tigers with a long pass down court didn't work this way. It wasn't as open as it was the last time, but Wildcats made a great defensive play, but in their effort to go in transition, they give it right back to Jackson Center.
Reese gives it up over to Tatum Reichert. Reichert with that skip pass over to Presley Reese. Jackson has used that skip pass to utilize it quite a bit, yeah.
Surprised that first I thought, okay, but then they almost planned for it, and I don't mean it's the wrong way, but sometimes at this level, you're not strong enough to chuck it that far with enough speed on it, but it's been successful for most of their attempts.
Bensman shot no good. Lichtenberg on the weak side with the rebound, knocked out of bounds, and will stay with the Tigers. Jackson Center crashing those offensive boards hard here in the first quarter.
I've got them down for 6 offensive rebounds.
Yeah. But that's one of the downfalls of zone is tough to rebound.
Yeah.
And Houston with another turnover gets it right back to Jackson.
Turnover number 7.
Reese looking up ahead. She'll come back out, give it over to Reichert.
Boy, they opened it. The elbow's there. They just didn't see her in time, and Houston, good defense moving to the ball to get the interception, the steal.
There's a foul on the baseline.
Hayden Bensman, number 30, her first, team second.
1:27 to go here in the first. Houston holding on by a point here, 7-6. As we're going to have our first substitution of the ball game. 5'5" junior Audrey Bird in the lineup, as Hayden Bensman will check out. Ball inbounded to the corner. Wildcats working around. There's a three-pointer from Burks. Too much on it. And it's rebounded by Lichtenberg. Up ahead, here comes Reese down the middle of the lane to the basket. And that's a veteran move there by Reese with a full head of steam to the basket and a Tiger bucket.
Nice job running the floor and finishing on the other end for the high percentage shot.
Meyer, her shot's no good on the inside. Lichtenberg rips it away, and I think we have a foul maybe against Houston.
Not for sure which Houston player fouled.
And that's number 1, I believe, Olivia Burks. Reichert with the basketball in the middle of the Tatum. Reichert up ahead to Bird, and they break the press.
Nice passing, well spaced, and basically did a diagonal passing drill down the court. Just a couple dribbles, if you will, but a nice pass from Tatum Reichert to Audrey Bird for the offensive bucket to break the press.
Fourth different Tiger to score. Quick passing by Houston, and that's a deep 2 there by Emily Earl.
Her 4th point of the ball game.
Nice passing by both teams.
Yeah, the last couple possessions, exactly right.
Lichtenberg up ahead. Great display of passing again by the Tigers. Breaks that press, and another bucket for Jackson Center.
I think it was Reichert with the long pass, touchdown throw, if you will.
A 5th different Tiger to score this quarter.
2 seconds, 1.
Von on the inside, and that's good. Off the glass. High scoring to end the first quarter, 13-10. Jackson Center over Houston. We'll step aside, come back with our second quarter of action here next on NK Telco Sports.
Together, we are family, working safely for our loved ones.
We are problem solvers who challenge the status quo and drive improvement.
We care about our customer relationships.
We stay true to our values, caring and respecting one another.
We embrace change as we journey through our career.
We are Precision Strip, the world's leading processor of rolled steel and aluminum.
Precision Strip, doing the exceptional.
Exciting into that first quarter here in Shelby County League action. The Jackson Center Tigers lead the Houston Wildcats 13-10. Kind of started out a little slow, a little sloppy, but picked up there toward the end of the first quarter.
A lot of turnovers early in the quarter, Brandon. Houston was 7, Jackson Center with 5, but both teams got much more offensive oriented, successful, I should say, and some good passing to break presses, if you will, but offensive really came alive, offensive for both teams the last about minute and a half.
And a foul there to start. I believe that went against that's going to go against McKinley Reichert.
Her first foul.
There's a shot up there, no good by Krim. Rebound on the weak side by Vandenheuvel, but swiped away by Reese.
Was Krim's shot a 2 or a 3?
2. Gives it up to Lichtenberg. Back over to Reichert. She's all alone, and she's just going to pull it back out and run offense. So give it up over to Tatum Reichert. Pass deflected there by Houston. You get it up ahead. It's Olivia Meyer. Meyer driving in the lane. Gives it out to Krim for the three and the tie. It dances out. Rebound by Earl. Up to Vandenheuvel there. Third attempt. It's good. Olivia Burks cleans it up.
I think 4 different girls shot in that possession.
Yeah.
Everyone had an opportunity, or 4 of the 5 had an opportunity.
Going to be a foul. It's going to go against Krim.
Bentzman back on the court for the Tigers.
And she had the first 5 points as Houston back in that zone. But like you said, stretched out. And like I was telling folks that follow this Jackson Center team regularly, they saw that against Covington last week. Bentzman gets it on the left side. Back to Reese in the corner.
It just looks like there's a lot of passing angles the Tigers could attack here. You know, with it being spread out so much, just got to find a gap between the red shirts and makes the passing lanes a little bit easier. But errant pass, turnover.
It's going to go up ahead. Krim, foul by Presley Reese.
Her first, team's first of the quarter.
It's going to be actually the second team foul there of the quarter. 6:28 to go here till half. A 1-point lead right now for Jackson Center on that First National Bank Think First scoreboard. Shot is up and in there by Lauren Krim, and we're knotted up.
Her first point of the ball game. She has 10 3-pointers in her 5 games on the season, but first point of the night tonight here, free throw.
And she sinks the second one. And Houston's got the lead. Scored the first 4 points of this quarter.
4 unanswered, and Jackson Center a couple of turnovers to start the second quarter.
Reese gets a shot fake as Houston gets back in that active zone. Ball to Bentzman. Bentzman trying to get it to Reichert, but it was kicked by Vandenheuvel.
That was an intentional kick. You are allowed to throw it, and it can hit a foot, but if it wasn't an intentional kick to try to defend it, it's not a violation. That one, she flung her foot to deflect the ball, but some people think every time it hits your foot, it's a violation. Found out it is not. It's got to be an intentional stab at the ball with your foot.
Cross-court pass. Bentzman steps into a 3 off the mark. No good. Rebound down over to Burks. Over to Krim.
I think she forgot what she wanted to do and forces a turnover or has a turnover. Maybe she didn't see Reese coming down the floor. I think until about the last minute. It was already too late.
Bentzman on the right side, skip pass over to Reese. She's going to fire a 3 off the mark. Good look, just didn't fall for the Tigers. Myers got it out on the Tiger logo. 5:28 to go here till halftime. Meyer trying to take Bentzman to the basket. Meyer goes up, her shot is blocked. Presley Reese looking to run the 2-on-1 break. She gets it up the head to McKinley Reichert, and that duo is so good together. McKinley Reichert, the beneficiary off the Presley Reese assist.
The classmates did well. Like you said, they've done that a few times in their career, and Reese did a nice job pushing tempo, and Reichert with a good, strong left-handed finish for her 4th point.
Shot no good off the backboard. Rebounded by the Tigers. It's up ahead to Tatum Reichert. Reichert traveled. And we're going to have our first, I believe this is the first Houston substitution, a number 12, a 5'5 freshman, Briley Breeze, in the lineup, and we got a full timeout.
30.
Or a 30. There, we'd like to thank our sponsors here. They are First National Bank, Hometown Opportunity, Minster Bank, New Knoxville Supply, Precision Strip, and the St. Henry Bank. Of course, scoreboard sponsor is First National Bank. And here tonight, and cold night out, but good night for some basketball.
Yeah, what else to do? A little bit of snow on the ground, not too much, but definitely cool outside. And the girls are already, pushing. This is the 5th game of the night or 5th game of the season for Jackson Center. The 6th game for Houston, so you figure they're pushing already the first quarter of their season in the books. And you'll be here before you know it, the tournament draw. But right now, it's still early in the season, and teams definitely trying to figure things out and get their shooting touch down. I think scoring is always the hardest thing to do, and how that goes basically determines how well your season will go, and got to be able to score the ball, and that's tough to do against pressure defense.
For sure, as we come out of the timeout, and it'll be Tiger basketball.
Wildcat basketball
because of the travel. I was thinking it was a foul.
8 turnovers in the ball game now for Jackson Center. Also 8 for Houston, sorry.
Olivia Meyer with it on the inside. There's a foul.
Yep. Lichtenberg will pick up her second. Nice job, again, utilizing her size, number 24. Really pivoted around, and Lichtenberg elected to stay behind and kind of just reach. It was an obvious foul. You got to move your feet around the offensive player to get better defensive position.
Trying to get it in. Wildcats just avoid a 5 count. Meyer with it in the corner. Meyer going around a couple screens. Trying to find a backdoor cut to Breeze. Ball on the ground and get it out of there. Ball up to Burks to the basket, and she scores, kissing it off the glass.
Yeah, it didn't look like she had a great angle, but she snuck it up there. Didn't get very high off the bankboard, but she does score her 6th point, just right at her season average of 6.4 for the junior Olivia Burks.
Bird in the corner. These teams have only gone about 6 players deep. Reichert turnaround jumper. That is her bread and butter right there. You get her with her back to the basket like that, she's going to turn on and hit that more often than not.
Well, she filled the gap, came where the defense was not, and she's a good quality shooter. It's a jump shot, tough to stop, so nice move. Hits her 6th point.
Nice little high-low action in the offense, picking back up here. That shot made by Emily Earl.
2 Tigers, I believe, ended up on the floor somehow. Got tangled up, made the easy look for Emily Earl with 8 points now in the ball game.
Reichert driving in on the inside, gives up over to Bird. She's going to drive baseline. Her shot going to fall short off of Lichtenberg, and it's going to be Wildcat basketball. Meyer going to pop the 3 from the right wing. Too much on it. And it'll be Tiger basketball. Reese with the basketball. Gives it up over on the left side to Tatum Reichert. Reichert on the cross-court pass over to Presley Reese. 3 minutes to go till halftime. 18-17 Houston. Right government Jeff Hinchin giving you the action here on NK Telco Sports. Reichert drives on the inside. Shot no good off the basket. Weak side rebound. McKinley Reichert gets her own rebound, and she's fouled going for the rebound. And it'll be an out-of-bounds play here for the Tigers.
Where Reichert knew when she released, I believe it was strong. And the older Reichert, she went from the right side quickly. As soon as she released it, she was the first one on the other side of the basket to draw the rebound and pick up the second foul against Emily Earl.
Ball kicked in the corner. Tatum Reichert, shot fake. She's scoreless yet, trying to change that. She's fouled.
Is that the 3rd on Earl? Nope, number 1. Burks will pick up her 2nd.
And Tatum will go to the line.
Scoreless on the night is the freshman, averaging around 8 points per game.
And she swishes the first free throw as McKenna Vondenhubel going to come into the lineup. As Earl going to take a breather. Like we said, Houston's only gone 6 deep, yeah.
Well, Jackson Center's only played 6 as well, I believe. Bird's Audrey Bird's the only support player, and for Houston, Bradley Breeze, if I have my notes right.
Yep, and all 6 Jackson Center players have scored so far, which is pretty impressive.
Yep.
Meyer with it on the tail of the Tiger logo, back to Breeze. Over to Lauren Krim.
Man-to-man defense for the Tigers this possession.
This is back up over to Burks. Burks trying to find Meyer, cutting to the basket. Meyer trying to make a move, just throws it up, and she gets fouled. Let's see if it's on Lichtenberg or Reichert.
14.
It's going to go against Reichert. Her 2nd.
Nice pass from Burks, kind of an over-the-shoulder like lob pass, but right on the money that Meyer was able to catch and get fouled in active shooting.
Shot is up and in. A shot by Olivia Meyer. Substitution into the lineup. We got Leanna Travis coming in. Travis, a 5'4" junior.
Leanne Travis, second player off the bench. And also Hayden Bentzman for the Tigers snuck back in after that first free throw make by Olivia Meyer.
We're tied back up at 19 on that First National Bank Pink First scoreboard, and the Tigers lose the ball through the lane. It was poked free, and they could not re-grasp handle of it.
Fourth turnover of the quarter for Jackson Center. 9 in the ball game for them. Houston sitting at 8. 7 of those coming in the first quarter. So much better job by Houston here in the second period, taking care of the basketball. Now, as I speak, they give up the turnover.
Ball poked away. Breeze and Reese battling for it, and Breeze steps on the line.
I thought maybe she got bumped out as there was kind of a battle for the ball, but it looked like Breeze had the ball before, and then Peyton Reese bumped her, but I think Coach Gillespie feeling the same thing, or coaching staff for Houston thought maybe she was pushed out, but it stays with Jackson Center.
Let's work this up over to Reese. Back up over to Hayden Bentzman. Bentzman back to Reese. Minute 39 to go here till halftime. It's been a good one here on NK Telco Sports. Pass wide. I think Reichert was thinking that Lichtenberg was going to come out and grab that ball.
Yep, and she cut in on the zig and the zag, but not very good spacing between the two. Again, they let one defender kind of make that pass difficult.
Wildcats trying to work off that screen and roll action. It's turned over.
Back-to-back turnovers. I just mentioned how they've been doing a good job. They've had now 2 turnovers the past 2 possessions have the Wildcats.
Reichert up ahead, left side Reese. She's going to fire a 3. Too much on it. Bentzman trying to get the long rebound. It falls down over to Travis. Travis up ahead, trying to get it to Breeze. Breeze is fouled.
Clean up top, but way too much body contact down below by Reese. She'll pick up her second foul. And free throws coming up for Briley Breeze. She's a freshman averaging just under 6 points a game coming off the bench. So a nice little spark plug to have a youngster come off the bench and contribute almost 6 points a contest.
Breeze cannot connect. The junior varsity game went into overtime. That was won by Houston. Breeze trying to give Houston the lead back, and she connects. 2019 here. Jackson Center trailing now to Houston. This has been a good one back and forth here. Reichert getting around. And it's stolen away. Meyer trying to get up ahead of Reichert, who's trying to track her down. And Olivia Meyer gets the steal and score.
Yeah, scoring in transition, capitalizing on that opportunity, and it's a 12-6 run here in the second quarter for the Wildcats against the Tigers.
Houston building some momentum before this halftime break. A Tiger bucket here could thwart some of that momentum. Reese trying to drive on the inside to the basket. Nice move by the veteran, Presley Reese.
Went baseline and was able to get positioning Brandon to kiss it off the glass. Her 4th point down to the final 10 seconds.
Here come the Wildcats trying to get on the inside. Breeze trying to get around Bentzman. Shot no good. Battle on the inside, and Reichert just going to fire. It's going to come nowhere close. And a 1-point lead for Houston over Jackson Center as we head to the halftime break. 22-21. We'll step aside, come back with our first half stats and recap. Here next on NK Telco Sports.
At First National Bank, we are working hard to make your life a little easier. With products like Card Valet, an app allowing you to control your cards with real-time notifications, transaction restrictions, and spending limits. The ability to access your money through 55,000 all-point ATMs across the country, surcharge-free. Live customer support when you need it, and online and mobile banking, allowing you to gain access to your financial information wherever and whenever you like. First National Bank, making your life a little easier.
New Knoxville Supply Company, the supply source for residential, commercial, and industrial jobs. We specialize in plumbing products from many name brands, electrical products from replacing a light switch to rewiring an entire house, heating, air conditioning, and geothermal products, sheet metal ductwork, installations, and service. We are now housing more inventory, so all the hardware items you need to complete the job are available right away. New Knoxville Supply. Stop in, call, or check us out online at newknoxvillesupply.com.
When I graduated from Salina, I didn't know much about the job market here.
I knew I wanted to come back to the area.
I went to Hometown Opportunity where I was looking for a local job.
It really opened up my eyes to the employer market around here.
I was able to filter down my options, see what types of jobs were out there for me.
Linked me directly with those local companies.
And the last 6 months have been wonderful to feel that family environment again.
Back here on NK Telco Sports as we are getting ready for the second half of action here between the Houston Wildcats and the Jackson Center Tigers. The Wildcats lead the Tigers by a score of 22-21. Let's take a look at our first half numbers here, and those are brought to you by Jeff Hinchin.
Thank you, Brandon. Here's a look at our shooting and stats, if you will, for the first half. For the Houston Wildcats, they were 8 of 17 from 2-point shooting, 0 of 5 3-point shooting. Overall, the Wildcats finished 8 of 22 from the field. For Jackson Center Tigers, 8 of 16 2-point shooting, 1 of 8 3-point shooting. Overall, 9 of 24. From the free throw line, Houston connected on 6 of 8 attempts. Jackson Center, 2 for 2. Turnovers, Houston with 10, Jackson Center with 11. Rebounding, Wildcats pulled down 12 rebounds, 6 and 6. 6 offensive, 6 defensive. Jackson Center, 17 rebounds, 9 defensive rebounds, and 8 offensive rebounds. Scoring in the first half for the Houston Wildcats, Olivia Burks with 6, Lauren Crum with 2, Olivia Meyer with 5, McKenna Vondenheuvel with 2, Briley Breeze with 1, Emily Earl with 6, their total of 22. For the Tigers of Jackson Center, Dee Lichtenberg with 2, McKinley Reichert with 6, Presley Reese with 4, Audrey Bird 2, Hayden Bentzman 5, and Tatum Reichert 2, their total of 21.
As we get ready here for the second half of play, here was 13-10 Jackson after one quarter, but nice little run by Houston that second quarter here, and be interesting to see kind of what adjustments each team makes out of the halftime break.
Well, one, you got to take care of the basketball. Hopefully both teams are focused on that. 10 and 11 turnovers, 10 for the Wildcats, 11 for the Tigers. You know, just got to limit those and give yourself a chance to score. Both teams shot around 50%. A lot of offensive rebounds for the Tigers in that first half, 8 of them.
Reese gets the basketball as the Tigers start out with the basketball. They
face a 2-1-2 zone as we've seen throughout, correct?
Yep, and they've been more of a second half team in the couple games I've seen them play. A strong third quarter against Covington, a strong fourth quarter against Russia on Saturday. Bensman with the basketball. Bensman goes to the left side, comes in the lane. Her shot is blocked. Lichtenberg tracks it down, back to Tatum Reichert. Back out to Hayden Bensman. Bensman to a cutting Presley Reese in the middle. Reese turns around and shoots, wasn't square to the basket. And it's going to be a foul on McKinley Reichert, I believe.
That will be her third.
Or no, they call it on Vondenheuvel. Said she got hooked up with Reichert. I thought, by the way, when I looked at it, I thought they would maybe get Reichert for that. Tatum Reichert out on the right side to Hayden Bensman. Bensman comes back to the center, back over to Reese.
But it just looks like a huge opening right there at the foul line.
And maybe that's what, I don't know if Houston's trying to maybe bait them into that throw and collapse on it.
Almost traveled.
It's a cross-court pass up over to McKinley Reichert. Reichert in the middle, Presley Reese. Out to Hayden Bensman, wide open 3 look. Doesn't fall, but a good look nonetheless.
Yeah, good ball movement. I like that. Get it into the foul line and skip it over to the wing. Shot didn't drop, but good job by the Wildcats with the defensive rebound. And man-to-man here for the Tigers. I think they played man-to-man throughout.
Working it around, guarded by Bensman. Krim gives it up over to Burks. Burke's trying to get on the inside to Earl, but a nice job by McKinley Reichert. Really to establish down there, play physical without fouling.
Well, in the first half, I thought it was Lichtenberg that maybe got stuck sometimes on the 6'1", Emily Earl. This time, we'll have to keep an eye on that, see if Reichert's going to guard Earl instead of Lichtenberg.
Tatum Reichert shot no good. Jackson Center struggling from beyond the arc.
Yes, they are 1 of 8, now make it 1 of 10. 1 of 8 in the first half, now 1 of 10 overall after missing 2 of them here in the third quarter.
Wire on the inside, throws a shot up, no good. Shot up again, no good, and ripped away by Tatum Reichert. Up ahead is Hayden Bensman, ahead of the pack. Here comes the stampede, and it's a left-handed laid in by Hayden Bensman.
Boy, she does a nice job utilizing that left hand, and she did it in the first half. It got blocked on a great play, but that time put it in left hand and scored her 7th point.
Jackson Center with the lead back with 5:37 to go in the third quarter. 23-22 on that First National Bank Think First scoreboard. Vandenheuvel on the right side tries to kick it to the corner. And it's broke up, and it'll stay with the Houston Wildcats.
Pretty wild, I don't know what you want to call them, vociferous student section. Mainly the guys, it looks like, have been very loud and encouraging, if you will, throughout the ball game here in the varsity action.
And they've got a big game against Russia tomorrow night. I'll actually be calling that game on Fish Report. As there's a jump ball on the inside, but they could have called Earl for an offensive foul there.
Yeah, it was. I thought it was a good call. There was some contact, but definitely the hand on ball by both players. It'll stay with Houston. And it looks like Reichert has been drawing the assignment now to guard, defend Emily Earl.
Reichert gets the basketball. Goes to the left side to the basket and scores. And I think the reason you make that adjustment is they're trying to get Earl those touches. Reichert does such a good job of anticipating the passing lanes like that.
She's just a good ball court player. She understands where the ball is at. She's I wouldn't want her guarding me, if you were the leading scorer on a team or anyone out there. She just plays the game pretty well.
Trying to get to Vandenheuvel, but Tatum Reichert swipes it away. They had a matchup on Lichtenberg with Earl that they got off the screen. They're trying to get a lot of that action off the screen. Up ahead, shot Reese. And must have stepped on the line. Coach Brian Gillespie not happy with that call.
Well, they got a defensive rebound, a little bit of transition, but caught the sideline. Their 4th turnover here in the third, 14th of the ball game.
Reese with it, up over to Bensman. Bensman dribbles in, takes the shot, no good. Reichert on the weak side, though, cleans it up, and it's a 6-0 Jackson Center run to start this third quarter.
Right place, right time for the freshman Reichert, who now has scored 4 points.
And a block on the floor by Presley Reese.
That'll be her 3rd foul. I believe she's the first Tiger with 3. First foul of the quarter for Jackson Center as well. Each team with 1 foul in the third, and it is the 3rd on on Reese.
Krim takes it to the elbow. Nice little jumper, and Houston gets on the board here in the second half.
Big bucket for Krim. They needed it to get some scoring. As you mentioned, a good run, a 6-0 run by the Tigers, and they get their first points of the quarter almost halfway through it.
Bensman to the right side to Reichert. Back to Reese. Halfway through the third quarter. 3-point Tiger lead. They kick it over to Reichert. She'll take the little 15-footer. Shot's no good. Rebound by Lichtenberg, but she'll be called for the travel as she hit the deck hard.
And it is Reichert, McKinley Reichert going back again. I'm pretty sure that is her responsibility now is Emily Earl here in the second half.
Trying to get to Vandenheuvel. Kicks off the backboard. Up to Presley Reese, trying to run the floor. A little hop step in the lane. Is it back over to Lichtenberg? Is that zone being active here? Bensman trying to drive in the middle of the lane. Her shot blocked.
Touch? Yeah, I would say it looked like it came off kind of awkwardly, but it will stay with Jackson Center on the deflection of out of bounds off a Wildcat.
Box formation here for the Tigers. They kick it to the corner, and Reese going to fire a 3, and the shooting woes from the outside continue for Jackson Center. Nice pass of threading the needle right there. Shot no good, and Reichert couldn't stop her momentum, and she'll get a foul, her 3rd.
Yeah, keep that in mind now. 3 fouls, and if Earl can get the ball like in post position, she can maybe turn and go at Reichert and see once we can pick up the 4th foul. But also Earl doesn't want to be too aggressive to get called for player control. But keep that in mind. McKinley Reichert now with 3 fouls in the ball game with 3:16 to go in the third.
Audrey Bird in the game as Lichtenberg goes out. Krim with the basketball. Krim driving to the right side, swiped away by Reichert. Reichert trying to go up ahead. Nice job by Reese to clear some lane out, but the shot was no good.
Left it short.
Just a half step under the basket.
Yeah, kind of just short-armed it, but good defensive play. She used her feet to simply just go around Earl. And I think we got a timeout here on the far side.
Push-off. Oh,
no, I think one official called timeout.
One official called a push-off. So whatever, they're going to have to talk this over.
It's either an offensive foul or timeout. Which came first? Timeout first.
And we'll take it with them, 27-24. Jackson Center over Houston. We'll be back here after word from our sponsor here on NK Toko Sports.
Is your internet slowing down your family fun? Your work and all the things you need to get done? Say goodbye to buffering, lagging, and endless loading screens. With NK Telco's blazing fast internet and smart Wi-Fi, everyone gets the speed they need. No contracts, no hidden fees, just everyday low prices and fast speeds. NK Telco, keeping your family connected.
Back here on NK Telco Sports, 27-24, Jackson Center leads over Houston, and it's been a low-scoring kind of struggle here the third quarter.
It has been. Jackson Center has been a little bit better, if you will, scoring the ball. They have scored 6 compared to 2. Houston just too many turnovers, 6 so far here in the quarter, but I think a couple of them have been a result of McKinley Reichert's defense on Emily Earl, just getting around her, using her foot speed. But there's a nice screen to get the ball to Earl. She'll be, traveled. That time she ran off of a screen. I think maybe Olivia Myers set it, and Reichert ran right into the screener. Almost could have called Reichert for a push foul, but they're trying to get Earl the basketball cleanly, and she turns it over, though, in traffic with the Tiger defense.
Jackson Center trying to get around this zone defense by the Wildcats. Cross-court pass over to Bensman. Bensman looking to get it to the short corner. Pivots out, gives it back to Reichert. Reichert over the right side. Tatum. Reichert going to fire a 3, and one of those was due to fall for Jackson Center. Big three-pointer, in the lead doubles to 6.
Reichert's first three-pointer of the game, her 5th point. The first three-pointer was by Hayden Benchman back in the first quarter. You mentioned Tatum Reichert had 4 triples against Covington. And that Covington game was a couple games ago. But a big possession for the Tigers, a big basket. Now it becomes critical for Houston to try to get a shot off, cut into the 6-point lead.
Nice cut to the basket. Shot left short there. Burks gets her own rebound. Can't go up. Earl with the rebound. Can't go up and score. Vondenheuvel just throws it at the basket, and that shot out of all shots falls.
Yeah, the best opportunities didn't happen, but boy, Houston continued, and Vondenheuvel will scoop the final bucket up, if you will, and get offensive points off offensive rebound.
You have Zoe Polschneider in the lineup. 5'7" senior, making her first appearance of the game.
Olivia Meyer for Houston picks up her 2nd foul. Also the 2nd team foul of the quarter for the Wildcats.
Tatum Reichert trying to get it in. Kicks it to the corner to Bensman. She's going to fire a 3 off the mark. Weak side rebound, Reichert trying to go at the basket, trying to get around Burks, kicks it out to Bensman. Bensman will have that ball deflected out by Olivia Meyer.
We've got the Tigers down for 5 offensive rebounds here in the third quarter and no defensive rebounds.
They've crashed the boards hard tonight on the offensive end especially. Ball's tipped up top, taken away. Vondenheuvel up ahead trying to kick it out. It's out. Krim for 3. Short. Earl goes up and is fouled, and that's the 4th on Reichert. 1:07 to go, and McKinley Reichert has picked up her 4th foul. An interesting development here.
That is very critical here with this much time left to go. She's done a nice job, but has picked up a couple fouls.
You see D. Lichtenberg at the scores table as Earl cannot convert. And McKinley, who has played all 23 minutes nearly so far, will head to the bench.
She sits down with 8 points.
Next shot is up and in.
Earl now with 7, her first point of the second half on that free throw, and it's a 3-point Tiger lead.
30-27. We got a full timeout. We'll take it with Jackson Center. 30-27, Jackson Center over Houston. You're listening to Girls High School Basketball on NK Telco Sports.
New Knoxville Supply Company, the supply source for residential, commercial, and industrial jobs. We specialize in plumbing products from many name brands, electrical products from replacing a light switch to rewiring an entire house, heating, air conditioning, and geothermal products, sheet metal ductwork, installations, and service. We are now housing more inventory, so all the hardware items you need to complete the job are available right away. New Knoxville Supply. Stop in, call, or check us out online at newknoxvillesupply.com.
Back here on NK Telco Sports, 30-27 here in the third quarter as the Tigers hold on to a 3-point lead. Brandon Cover and Jeff Hinchin giving you the action here tonight.
Yeah, Jackson Center got off to a good start here, or a better start, I should say, in the third quarter, but now Houston's kind of come back, responded a little bit, and maybe the biggest benefit for the Houston Wildcats is Reichert picked up her 4th foul, so she's going to be out for a bit, and that's going to make it tough for the Tigers. She's ahead of the Snake, but turnover will give it back. The 8th third quarter turnover for the Wildcats.
Tatum Reichert with the basketball, kicks it to the corner. Bird fires a shot. It's going to hit not quite off the support, but Houston will get the basketball. Up ahead, they get it into Earl, and she scores, and Houston cuts the deficit to 1.
Under 30 seconds to go, and that is a big game changer now. Tigers leading scorer, not even on the court. Whether or not she scores, it's just the defense she can play.
Houston gets another steal. Up ahead, here's Meyer. Meyer to the basket. Scoop shot, no good. Lichtenberg gets it. Lichtenberg immediately pressured in backcourt. Fires it up ahead. Picked right back up. Here comes Earl. Earl, a few seconds to the basket, throws it up. Shot no good. Krim goes up. She's blocked. Vondenheuvel at the horn. Didn't have enough time to get set. Couldn't convert at the horn. But we got a good one headed into the fourth quarter. Jackson Center 30, Houston 29. Don't turn off your television. We got a good fourth quarter coming up here next on NK Telco Sports.
Hometown Opportunity serves Mercer County, Auglaize County, Darke County, and Shelby County.
The website as a whole is pretty user-friendly. I was able to filter down my options, see what types of jobs were out there for me in the area.
It really opened up my eyes to the employer market around here.
We know that our local candidates, a lot of times are most successful candidates because they want to come here and stay.
It's become the go-to site for anybody looking for a job in the region.
Welcome back here on NK Telco Sports. We have the beginning of the fourth quarter here as Jackson Center was able to reclaim the lead. They trailed by 1 at halftime, lead by 1 going into this fourth quarter. And the question that was kind of burning in our minds is when does McKinley Reichert come back in with 4 fouls?
Now.
Well, she starts the quarter on the floor. McKenna. Vondenhoevel up ahead. She pushed off. Good call by the official. Vondenhoevel did extend the arm, and that's a great call by the official, and the ball will go the way of Jackson Center.
Her second foul of the ball game for Vondenhoevel, as both teams basically trade turnovers here in the first 10 seconds of the final stanza.
I felt like if that's one thing that's hurt Houston a lot, is they have traded that turnover right back about 6 or 7 times tonight.
Yep, they generate one and can't even capitalize on it and give it right back to the Tigers.
Presley Reese did sit out a little bit of that third quarter. She has 3 fouls as she loses the basketball. Meyer trying to go right at Reese. Good straight-up defense, but the freshman Olivia Meyer with a veteran basket right there.
Well, that's 7 points from Meyer. That was the toughest bucket of all night. Reese, a nice job walling up to avoid the foul, but Meyer with a left-handed layup off the glass high for her 7th point and gives the Wildcats a 1-point lead.
31-30, Houston on that First National Bank Think First scoreboard. Another steal by Houston. Krim with it. Up ahead, gives it to Burks, who's going to fire the 3. She got it. Left side, she switches a 3, 34-30. And Coach Tiffany Brown waiting to see if she wants to take that timeout.
Jackson Centers, yep, they need something here.
And we'll take that timeout, or we're going to keep it here actually, and thank our sponsors, because without our sponsors, we would not be able to bring you this game here tonight on NK Telco. They are First National Bank, Hometown Opportunity, Minster Bank, New Knoxville Supply, Precision Strip, and the St. Henry Bank. So again, we are having all Jackson Center and Botkins home games here on NK Telco Sports. We want to thank those. Fans from those loyal communities for supporting us here, and of course these loyal sponsors here. We're excited to bring you action all throughout this year.
Kind of nice having a pep band at a girls' game. It's kind of odd, and nice to see the Jackson Center pep band not only is playing, but they didn't go to home, if you will, after halftime. So they've stuck around here and providing some nice atmosphere music, if you will. They're loud. There's not many of them, but they do put out a nice sound. Thank you to the Jackson Center pep band.
So 4-point lead now for Houston, 34-30 over Jackson Center. Tigers working it around. It's Reese.
Well, it's a tight 2-1-2 zone. They're almost like matchup. Who's ever in your house, they're guarding almost, man-to-man, denying it, putting a lot of pressure on the ball and forcing some tough passes, trying to double team.
Ball worked up to the right side. Hayden Benson trying to get into Lichtenberg. Great defense by the Wildcats.
4 turnovers here to start the fourth quarter. I have Jackson Center down as no shots taken in the almost 2 minutes. Instead, 4 turnovers. Houston 2 for 2.
Lichtenberg picks it off. Ball's on the floor. It was caught between her legs. And it'll stay here with the Wildcats, as Audrey Bird's going to come in. And Hayden Bensman will sub out.
Momentum definitely right now with the Wildcats. A lot of ball game to go, but it wasn't too long ago the Wildcats found themselves down by 6.
Shot no good, but a weak side cleanup there for Olivia Burks, and she's got 8.
Yeah, 5 of those points coming here in the fourth.
Wide open, Reichert 3, shot no good. Reese skies in for the rebound, and she's out on the floor.
Vondenhoevel picks up her 3rd foul, 2nd team foul of the fourth quarter. Wildcats.
Tatum Reichert will inbound it off the box set here. Try to get in her sister McKinley. Kicks it to the corner, tipped out, and we'll do it again from the other side. Coach Gillespie trying to call out the play there.
Yeah, I think he is scouting. He was trying to help his Wildcat defense let them know what Jackson Center was trying to do.
Reichert over to Bird. Bird going to fire the 3 off the iron, no good. Rebound up ahead to Burks. Burks up ahead of the pack. Burks trying to lay it in. Shots no good. Ball caroms around, and it's going to stay Houston basketball.
Well, Houston had a great opportunity. That 3-pointer provided for a long rebound. Burks got in transition, had head of steam, misses the right-hand layup, but they do retain possession on the long touch rebound out of bounds. Ball inbounded in the corner.
4 Ball inbounded in the corner. 4 Ball inbounded in the corner. 4 Ball inbounded in the corner. 4 Ball inbounded in the corner. 4 Ball inbounded in the corner. 4 Ball inbounded in the corner. 4 Ball inbounded in the corner. 4 Ball inbounded in the corner. 4 Ball inbounded in the corner. 4 Ball inbounded in the corner. 4 Ball inbounded in the corner. 4 Ball inbounded in the corner. 4 Ball inbounded in the corner. 4 Ball inbounded in the corner. 4 Ball inbounded in the corner. 4 Ball inbounded in the corner. 4 Ball inbounded in the corner. 4 Ball inbounded in the corner. 4 Ball inbounded in the corner. 4 Ball inbounded in the corner. 4 Ball inbounded in the corner. 4 Ball inbounded in the corner. 4 Ball inbounded in the corner. 4 Ball inbounded in the cor Wildcats trying to work it around here, and we got a timeout by Coach Brian Gillespie. We'll take it with him, 36-30. Houston over Jackson Center. We'll be back after word from our sponsors here on NK Telco Sports.
We're more than just a bank. Our commitment goes beyond banking transactions. It's about investing in the hearts and hopes of the people we serve. From scholarships that pave the way for bright futures to local initiatives that enrich lives, we stand by you every step of the way. Because when our community thrives, we all prosper. Together, we build a stronger, brighter community.
Is your internet slowing down your family fun? Your work and all the things you need to get done? Say goodbye to buffering, lagging, and endless loading screens. With NK Telco's blazing fast internet and smart Wi-Fi, everyone gets the speed they need. No contracts, no hidden fees, just everyday low prices and fast speeds. NK Telco, keeping your family connected.
Good one in here in the Shelby County Athletic League, 36-30. The Houston Wildcats hold the lead over the Jackson Center Tigers, and this fourth quarter, really, it's been all Houston.
It has been. They got off to a great start. At one point, I know Jackson Center was up by more, but I know Houston took a timeout, trailing 27-24 back in the third quarter with just under 3 minutes to play. So it's been a 12-3 run during that, 3 plus almost 6-7 game time minutes.
Shot no good there. Rebound by Reichert, and she's fouled by Burks. That's her third.
Third team foul also. So for Jackson Center, if they can get some more fouls against, the Wildcats, they maybe get to the line, get some free throw opportunities, help their offense as it's struggling here against the 2-1-2 zone defense.
And really, they've been struggling here. Has been McKinley Reichert with 4 fouls, and I think we got a timeout.
30-second timeout looks like by Coach Brown.
And we'll keep it here, but Reichert with those 4 fouls. Presley Reese with 3 of them. So, there's varying foul trouble here for Jackson Center. They have briefly gone 7 deep, but really it's been mainly 6 girls.
Yeah, you need Reichert and Reese both on the court. Especially late in the game here, they're the heads of the Snakes. They do a lot for the Tigers' offense and defense, but it just seems like Houston's defense has got a little bit more aggressive, and Jackson Center has not been able to capitalize on many of their shooting. They were just 4 of 16 in that third quarter. Most of the shots that they made, it seemed like they came early in the quarter, and then things just kind of went south with turnovers and missed shots, and Houston picked up their offense, took better care of the basketball a little bit, but made shots towards the end, and now taking advantage of that momentum and have a 6-point lead here in the fourth quarter with under 5 to play.
Tatum Reichert going to inbound the ball. Presley Reese going to fire a 3 from the corner. Shot no good. And it's going to be jump ball, and it's going to stay with the Tigers.
Again, Reichert always around the ball, McKinley Reichert, and keeps possession alive. Tigers will need to get a scoring opportunity, or capitalize on a scoring opportunity.
Reichert inbounds it in the corner. Back to Lichtenberg. Back up over to Hayden Bensman on the right side to Reese. Reese trying to bring it to the middle. Skip pass over to Bensman. Bensman on the inside. Lichtenberg trying to rip through over to Reichert. Reichert, the shot in the lane, in and out. Vondenheuvel clears the boards.
Did everything right. Did the Tigers good ball movement. Reichert about a 10, 12-footer, in everything but down, but good ball movement for the Tigers. They come up scoreless.
Nice backdoor cut. Boy, Emily Earl got that to fall, and Houston's lead expands to 8.
11 points for Emily Earl, and she's pretty quick on her feet. She got backdoor and ran it very well.
Urgency increasing for Jackson Center, and there's a foul there.
Get a break here on the foul against Presley Reese. That'll go on Olivia Burks. That's her 4th foul.
And like you mentioned earlier, Jeff, one advantage for Jackson down the stretch is already sitting at 4 fouls, so 4:10 to go. As Reese hits the first free throw, Briley Breeze will come in.
First point of the fourth quarter, nearly halfway through. We're 10 seconds shy of the midway point. Jackson with the first point for them.
And Presley Reese hits 2 free throws.
Time for the Tigers but also an opportunity here for Houston. If they can kind of keep some scoring going and avoid the turnovers, they have a chance to walk out of here with a road win. Fourth timeout taken by Coach Gillespie. He'll have one left.
And we're going to take the timeout with them here. 4 minutes to go. 38-32, Houston over Jackson Center here on NK Tucka Sports.
Together, we are family, working safely for our loved ones.
We are problem solvers who challenge the status quo and drive improvement.
We care about our customer relationships.
We stay true to our values, caring and respecting one another.
We embrace change as we journey through our career.
We are Precision Strip, the world's leading processor of rolled steel and aluminum.
Precision Strip, doing the exceptional.
At First National Bank, we are working hard to make your life a little easier. With products like Card Valet, an app allowing you to control your cards with real-time notifications, transaction restrictions, and spending limits. The ability to access your money through 55,000 all-point ATMs across the country, surcharge-free. Live customer support when you need it, and online and mobile banking, allowing you to gain access to your financial information wherever and whenever you like. First National Bank, making your life a little easier.
Officially halfway through the fourth quarter of regulation here. 38-32 our score here on NK Telco Sports. The Jackson Center Tigers trying to get back in this ball game, Jeff.
Well, they got off to a rough start here in this final stanza. It was a 1-point Tiger lead, remember, going into the quarter, 30-29. A good start for the Wildcats and a dead right at even as the clock now goes into the 4-minute mark. So some critical possessions here for both teams. Nice pass.
Vandenheuvel cuts to the basket and scores.
Was that Meyer with the dish? She avoided double team, and she got the pass right where the Tigers jumped from, and Vandenheuvel with a big finish off the glass.
And a kick out there on Meyer, but big response by the Wildcats after Reese hit those couple free throws to get it back to 2 possessions.
Yeah, that was nice. They did not turn the ball over and able to kiss it off the glass. Vandenheuvel having a nice game.
Reichert left wing. Reichert trying to take it into the middle. Foul line jumper. Shot off the mark. And Houston going to come down with the board. And there's a foul in backcourt on Lichtenberg.
Dee will pick up her third foul. And just the first team foul of the fourth quarter for the Tigers. And some pressure here put on by the Tigers, trying to get the Wildcats to rush things, maybe get a cheap turnover and possibly a bucket in transition.
Breeze with it to the left side.
And Reichert is back on Emily Earl.
Back up over to Meyer. Meyer trying to drive on the inside. Meyer is going to be fouled by Tatum Reichert, I believe the guilty party there, and that
right idea. Tried to kind of leave her girl in the handoff and double team the ball handler, but good job by the Wildcats preventing the tie-up or the deflection instead of second team foul, which the Tigers might have to continue to foul to put the Wildcats on the free throw line here.
And a 5-second count. Credit that one to the Jackson Center student section right there.
Well, probably didn't help, but the Wildcats down to, I believe, their final timeout. So, you don't want to burn one there just to save the ball. It's a dead ball turnover. That's the only bright spot for the Wildcats. They'll come back and be able to set up their zone defense against the Tigers.
Tigers desperately needing a bucket here. Reese drives on the inside. In the middle of the lane, she got it to go. Swish from Presley Reese.
4 points in the quarter, 8 in the game for the 5'9" senior, and a big bucket is right, cutting the 8-point lead now down to 6.
Ball in the corner. Shot no good there by Krim. Reichert pulls it down. Another chance here for the Tigers to gain some momentum. Reese going to stop in the lane, going to try again. Shot pops out, and Vandenheuvel clears the boards.
That would have been a huge bucket in transition for the Tigers if Reese could have knocked it down, built a little bit more momentum. Still a 6-point lead now for the Wildcats.
Clock management comes into play for Brian Gillespie's squad here, holding on to a 40-34 lead on the First National Bank Think First scoreboard here on NK Telco Sports.
Again, how long do you want to play defense? That might be a turnover. It looked like it went off Wildcats. I was going to say, how long do you want to extend energy to play defense, or do you just want to start fouling and put the Wildcats on the free throw line and see if they can miss some?
Tough break for Breeze there. Just got tipped and went off her knee, and Breeze will go out, and that'll bring back in Olivia Burks, who has 4 fouls for Houston, if we're talking about foul trouble here. So the only foul trouble for Houston is Burks with those 4. Ball swung over to the left side to Reese. She's going to fire a 3. Shot no good. Long rebound goes down to Meyer. Meyer in backcourt. They're going to call a travel. Coach Brian Gillespie irate about that call.
Needs to be careful. It doesn't say the wrong word or get on the wrong side. You hate to get a technical foul. I kind of missed it, what happened, but I do know it was recorded as a travel, so break for the Tigers.
Riker.
Time running, becoming a factor, if you will, here for the Tigers to catch up.
Reese back out to Riker. Riker looking to go to the left side, to the right side. Tatum kicks it over to Presley Reese. Deep 3, in and out. A couple of those have happened this fourth quarter as Earl clears the boards. And here comes Krim. Krim gets it swiped, and it's a jump ball.
They'll stay with with Wildcats of Houston, but good job by Reese coming up from behind. Coach Brown will take a timeout.
Yep, timeout. Coach Tiffany Brown will take it with him. 40-34. Houston over Jackson Center here on NK Togo Sports.
New Knoxville Supply Company, the supply source for residential, commercial, and industrial jobs. We specialize in plumbing products from many name brands, electrical products from replacing a light switch to rewiring an entire house, heating, air conditioning, and geothermal products, sheet metal ductwork, installations, and service. We are now housing more inventory, so all the hardware items you need to complete the job are available right away. New Knoxville Supply. Stop in, call, or check us out online at newknoxvillesupply.com.
The Hometown Opportunity Platform is exceptional.
It is focused, laser focused on the careers in our 4-county region.
100% of the time we go to Hometown Opportunity. We've had great success from a handful of applications when we need them, as well as a recent one where we had 67 applicants.
Honestly, it's a competitive advantage.
The Hometown experience has been everything I could have dreamed of and more.
Back here on NK Togo Sports, it's 40-34 here in the fourth quarter, and time running out here for the Jackson Center Tigers.
Yeah, it's suddenly becoming 5-on-6 for the Tigers. They now have to not only battle the 5 Wildcats, but minute 24 is the next enemy, as offense has been a struggle for the Tigers here as of late, so they don't have a lot of time. They haven't been scoring and runs, so there's 2 possessions if they hit a couple threes, or it's 3 possessions if they can knock down some 2s, but they got to keep the Wildcats off the board or off the scoring column and probably go to some sort of foul. Instead, they'll get a turnover. Nice play.
Reese to the basket. Gets the big layup with 1:12 to go. Now all of a sudden it's a 4-point lead, and Presley Reese spearheading this comeback.
She did a nice job leaving her girl, almost a travel, but came from behind to not only, deflect it, but steal the ball and go uncontested for the layup.
Ball given up to Meyer. On the floor, we got a foul on Lichtenberg. Good break for Houston because it would have been Jackson ball. The Tigers really had a good comeback Saturday against Russia before they ultimately fell, but were able to get pressure late. And they were able to force turnovers for the Raiders to get back in that ball game.
That's the 3rd team foul of the quarter. 55 seconds to play.
Trying to get the basketball in. Myers got to get it in. Gets it in, and there's a tie-up, and it's going to be Jackson Center ball.
So, again, you got Lichtenberg in the middle of that mess, so she kind of failed. I won't say failed. Couldn't come up with the first jump ball, but gets one there, and only 1 second expired. So, another back-to-back, if you will, turnovers for the Wildcats.
Reichert alone on that right wing. Drives on the inside. Full-headed seam to the basket. Her shot off the mark. She's going to the floor. Reese gets the rebound. Reese back to the right side to Bensman. Wraps it into Lichtenberg, and she loses control of the basketball.
Well, I thought maybe the Tigers on the shot by Reese, she looked like she was fouled. The defense wasn't straight up. It kind of had some lean to the arms, but nothing called. Tough break. Another 5 second?
No, they got a timeout. Coach Gillespie got a timeout.
Okay.
He's going to burn that last one.
Yep, well, about had to now. That should be his last one, I believe.
Yep. 36.9 seconds left on that First National Bank Think First scoreboard. A 40-36 Houston lead over Jackson Center. Brandon Koverman, Jeff Hinchin giving you the action here tonight. And It's been a slugfest here tonight.
Yeah, it hasn't been perfect basketball, a lot of turnovers. But, you know, we've had some teams when they do it right. We've seen some good passing. They've converted. A little bit of run for each team. As remember, Jackson Center had about a 6-point lead to start the third quarter. They took their 1-point lead. They got off to a good third quarter start. Now, since the time, it's been flipped the script, if you will. And Hot Wildcats built as big of an 8-point lead. Jackson Center got down to 6. Now it's at 4 with just 36 seconds to play. But, again, you don't have a lot of time. You don't got to try to get a quick steal. Maybe a 10-second violation, in the backcourt. But once they get to the front court, I'm thinking you got to hack a Wildcat, try to get the 4th foul, do it again, get the 5th foul, and see how good their free throw shooting is under pressure.
Burks will be the inbounder. Jackson, like I said, they're good at forcing turnovers here on this full court press and trying to go for the long court pass. Lichtenberg will pick it off. Reichert up ahead. Reichert driving the lane, kicks out to Reese. She's going to fire a 3 off the mark. Lichtenberg gets it but fell to the floor. She has splits on the ground, and I was surprised they went for the 3 there to Presley Reese.
She was open. I mean, it's a shot. I mean, sometimes you pass too much, you end up getting a contested shot. It was a good look. She didn't hit it, but there's a quick foul by Tatum Reichert.
It's kind of that last option late release by the press break that Houston's running there.
Well, the first home run pass was just underthrown. That time they tried to go underneath and then basically to avoid the 5-second count, throw it long. That's the 4th foul. Now both teams with 4 fouls. Someone needs a foul quick.
Vondenheuvel gets the basketball. Burning time.
Whoa. That's a tough one there, as I don't think Bensman meant to maybe kind of connect like that, but Vondenheuvel was kind of running and ran into Bensman, so it was a foul, and everyone seems to be okay. But 2 shots coming up for Vondenheuvel, 6 points on the night for her.
Vondenheuvel trying to ice this game for Houston, try to get them to 4-2. Vondenheuvel dips in these fires and cans it.
Nice free throw for the 5'11 junior. 7 points now. This would be big.
Shot no good. Reichert gets the rebound. Reichert up ahead. Got to get something this possession. Last breath for Jackson Center. Reichert, Tatum going to fire a 3, and she rattles it home. No timeouts left.
I got Jackson. I thought it was 1. Got to get a foul. They're not going to.
Gets it down the floor, and Burks will lay it in at the horn. And Houston gets a big 43-39 victory over the Jackson Center Tigers. Here tonight, you caught it here live on NK Telco Sports. We'll step aside here, come back with our stats and recap here next on NK Telco.
Is your internet slowing down your family fun? Your work and all the things you need to get done? Say goodbye to buffering, lagging, and endless loading screens. With NK Telco's blazing fast internet and smart Wi-Fi, everyone gets the speed they need. No contracts, no hidden fees, just everyday low prices and fast speeds. NK Telco, keeping your family connected.
Back here on NK Telco Sports, a 43-39 victory for the Houston Wildcats over the Jackson Center Tigers, as we're wrapping up some final numbers here. But the scoring quarters was 13-10 Jackson Center after 1 quarter, and at half Houston led 22-21. A 30-29 lead for Houston going in that 4th quarter, and the final 43-39 as you caught it here live on NK Telco Sports. The Jackson Center Tigers fall to 2-3 on the season, and they'll be back in action on Saturday against Salina. I will be on the call actually for that game. It'll be on NK Telco Sports, so you can catch this game on pay-per-view like you loyal fans have all year. So you can catch that game, and for the Houston Wildcats getting their 2nd win in conference tonight, advance to 4-2 on the season for Coach Brian Gillespie's squad, and they're 2-2 in the Shelby County Athletic League. Second Shelby County Athletic League loss tonight for Jackson Center. Houston will be back in action against Newton on Saturday, December 14th, before hosting New Knoxville on Monday, December 16th. Well, let's take a look at our final numbers here. And with those final numbers, Jeff Hinchin.
Shooting in the ball game for the Houston Wildcats, they will finish 16 of 36 from 2-point shooting, 1 of 9 from 3-point range, a total of 17 makes out of 45 attempts for the Houston Wildcats. For the Jackson Center Tigers, 2-point shooting, 13 of 32, 3 of 21 from beyond the arc. Overall, the Tigers, 16 of 51 from the field. Free throw shooting, Houston 8 of 12. Jackson Center a perfect 4 for 4. Rebounding, Houston pulled down 32, split about right down the middle. 17 defensive boards, 15 offensive boards. Jackson Center 30 rebounds, likewise about right down the middle. 14 defensive rebounds, 16 offensive rebounds. Turnovers, Wildcats have 26 turnovers. Jackson Center a few less at 23. Both teams really kind of rattled, if you will, as far as taking care of the basketball. The Wildcats do finish with a few more, but they do prevail with the 4-point win, 43-39. Individual scoring for the Houston Wildcats. Emily Earl, 13 points. 11 from Olivia Burks, 7 from Olivia Meyer, 7 from McKenna Vondenheuvel, 4 from Lauren Crum, their total of 43. For the Tigers of Jackson Center, 10 from Tatum Reichert, 10 from Presley Reese, 8 from McKinley Reichert, 7 from Hayden Bentzman, 2 apiece from Dee Lichtenberg and Audrey Bird for their total of 39.
And really a good game here tonight, but ultimately the Tigers fall. But a short turnaround, they'll be back in action, like we said, here against Salina Saturday.
Yeah, got to have a short memory, and I think for Tigers, just got to make some shots. I think that's what kind of became the Achilles heel, and everything kind of the pressure mounted. Some turnovers didn't help. The Wildcats played good basketball, made enough positive plays, got some scoring when they needed to, and held on, if you will, and never really gave up that 8-point lead. Got down to 4, but took care of business late in the game, and their defense seemed to really turn up and create some havoc for the Tigers offensively, and they get a rare road win against Jackson Center here at this place. I don't have the numbers, but I got to think they haven't won many times here in Jackson Center. Could be wrong, but nice job by Coach Gillespie. His team now goes to 4-2 on the season overall, and a very 500 record in the SCAL at 2-2.
Well, that'll do it for us here tonight. For the final time, the Houston Wildcats defeat the Jackson Center Tigers 43-39. For Jeff Hinchin, I'm Brandon Coverman saying, have a good night, everyone.